Hey guys, Last Stop Reviews here. Just doing a quick overview on the aluminum MacBook by Apple. It came out in October 2008 and I've actually had this one pretty much since the day it came out. I got it a couple weeks afterwards, but at this point it's close enough that a couple weeks as far as speed goes isn't going to make a huge difference. It's got, as you can tell, it has a glass screen. The brightness on the screen is actually really nice. I actually wish the iMacs were a little bit more like this, because I know my iMac, which I just got, its brightness settings go from about this point to maybe that far. So I really like the fact that on their laptops Apple has made it so you can pretty much turn the screen off and still have this running. It opens applications really fast. I'm actually just going to open a few right here just for a demonstration. iTunes, Safari, and let's see what else. Let's open iMovie. I use it quite a bit. But as you can see, it's a couple seconds delay and application's up, it's ready to use. No problems whatsoever. iMovie will actually take a second or two longer just because I have a lot of videos in there at the moment. And because I opened 3 different applications all at the same time. But okay, normally it's faster than that. I probably just, oh, that's why. Safari's not responding. Okay, well, if Safari wasn't being a pain in the butt, it would have opened a lot faster, no problem whatsoever. As you can see, I closed Safari, and it popped up decently quick. I was actually asked to demonstrate how fast Photoshop pops open, so I'll crack that open really fast. I do have the CS4, so person who asked me to do this, I forget your name at the moment. I actually looked it up, wrote it down, and forgot to bring the paper downstairs with me, but if you don't have CS4, I'm pretty sure it's the same size approximately as a Photoshop CS3 was. So, I mean, there it is. It took no time at all to open up. It was actually open before I clicked on it. So really guys, if you're worried about speed, don't. This thing is a monster. It is very sleek, but also has a lot of internal power to it. The 2.4, one thing you do get that you will not get with the 2.0, and it's about one of the only things you don't get aside from the faster processor, is the backlit keyboard. Now I'm not sure how well you can or cannot see it, if it's lit up or not, because it's pretty bright in here. Let's see if I can kind of tell. It looks like you guys can kind of tell it's lighting up and not. But the reason I went ahead and got it was because I do a lot of typing in class to take notes on, because I type about 10 times faster than I write. So when my teachers are flying through PowerPoints, I just couldn't keep up handwriting it. So I started bringing my laptop to class, and I've brought it with me ever since. So having the backlit keyboard when in a dim room just kind of proved to be worth the extra expense. Plus you get the bigger hard drive, not the hard drive, you get the bigger processor. The outside, as you can see, it's just a magnetic latch. There's nothing to crack it open as far as like a latch goes. It's just magnetic. On the left side, we'll start there, you have the battery power light indicator. It's normally about 7 or 8 LEDs, but mine's about dead. As you can see, I am charging it. Just standard Kensington lock. Audio out for headphones, stereo speakers, running it to a sound system. I've done all 3. Line in for microphones, or pretty much anything you want to use if you have sound processors that you're wanting to use. Mini display port, which actually is only good for the 24-inch Apple LED cinema display at the moment. Apple will more than likely bring out the 20-inch and the 30-inch this summer at WWDC. That's just my guess. USB 2.0s and the gigabit Ethernet. This doesn't have FireWire, so if you have been a Mac user for a while and you've become really dependent on your FireWire port, you need to go ahead and make the jump up to either the iMac or the MacBook Pro if you need it to be mobile. One thing it also doesn't have is the Express card port. I, for one, have never used one. I had it on both of my previous MacBook Pros, never used it, never used FireWire either really, so losing those 2 ports wasn't a big issue to me. And last thing is just a MagSafe power adapter, which is magnetic, pops right in and pulls right out. Now, since I'm actually shooting this video really fast, make sure if you do have a Mac with a MagSafe, don't yank on the cable. You'll get kinks, the wires will get twisted up. Just grab the actual piece itself and pop it out. But the back, it's just the hinge. It's hidden behind the black piece. And then on the right side, you have the 8X Super Drive, which plays DVDs, DVD plus minus R. It can burn on pretty much anything. It goes up to DVD double layers. It doesn't do Blu-ray, but so far no Mac does do Blu-ray. On the bottom, it's actually really easy to get to the battery compartment. Just pop this latch right here. Just pops up a little bit. Pull it out, and this lifts up. And then you have internal access to your battery and the hard drive, so you can actually upgrade both. Well, you can upgrade the hard drive really easily. And unlike the 17-inch MacBook Pro, if your battery dies, you can easily get a new one. I wouldn't count on your battery dying, though. I've had 3 Mac laptops in the past couple years just because I keep downsizing. I started with 17-inch and keep working my way down, and I'm finally happy with a 13-inch, about the perfect size for me. So if you're, it's not like a lot of laptops where a couple years in your battery's going to be non-existent. You're going to have to get a new laptop and spend a fortune to do so. It's not like that at all. Now, I mentioned that I had the 2 GB RAM. If you're wanting to upgrade, it's actually really easy. There's these 4 screws right here. I believe you can see that. And then there's a couple screws right here. There's, let's see, four maybe. And you just crack that open. You can get to the memory modules really easily and just switch them out. It's just a few, it's like a lever, I believe. If you're curious about how to do it, there's a lot of YouTubers, like I said previously, who have done it. And let's see, how long am I running? I don't know because I didn't start my timer. Okay, but just to wrap this up really quick, this is the 13-inch MacBook by Apple that came out. It's the current generation. It came out October 2008. I've had it pretty much since it came out, so the speeds you saw on this, keep in mind, are with a fairly full hard drive, because I think I've only got about 16 gigabytes free left on it. So your speeds will be a little faster, and especially if you upgrade to the 4 gigabytes of RAM. So this was my quick overview. I was asked to do this, and I said, I've got time today, why not? I need something to shoot anyways while I'm waiting for a package to show up with more goodies to review. So guys, if you're thinking about getting this, you do mostly everyday computing stuff, documents, taking notes, playing games, go ahead and get it. Don't waste the money getting a bigger screen unless you want the bigger screen. But if you just want something to haul back and forth to class with you, I would highly suggest this computer, guys. It's a great little machine. I've had close to no issues with it. I've had one. Apple took care of it, no problem. I'm not going to get into that. But guys, I would say get this. I try not to say get this, don't get this a lot in my reviews, because I realize a lot of stuff really comes down to personal opinion. But I would say if you're a Mac user, you're comfortable with Mac, and you're wanting a laptop and you don't need a lot of power, get it, guys. But this has just been a quick overview of the MacBook, and catch you guys later in another video, hopefully.